Looking for romance? Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to Ms. Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most anticipated romance movies of 2020.
Hey, Kavinsky.
What?
Let's do this.
That means we're looking at all the upcoming romantic films we're excited about, whether they be comedies or dramas. All right, let's dig in. Number 10, Stargirl.
Well, last
Now,
year.
what about your Disney movie, Stargirl?
Oh my God, you know!
Oh, I love Disney.
Back in the year 2000, author Jerry Spinelli published his young adult novel Stargirl, and it quickly became a New York Times bestseller and took home many literary awards. 20 years later, the story is finally making it to the screen. Scheduled to be released on the Disney Plus streaming service and starring singer Grace VanderWaal of America's Got Talent fame, this movie is sure to be a hit with teens and adults alike.
Exactly. The book, it doesn't really need changing, but at its core, it's about, about teenagers trying to fit in a school that it doesn't like letting people be different.
Considering VanderWaal's quirky character is going to be playing the ukulele, we have a feeling it'll have some catchy songs too.
I can't wait for a sequel, honestly. I just
that's
want to see them all
awesome.
Is a
again.
sequel gonna happen? Do we know for sure?
I don't know anything,
We
but
hope
there's
so.
a second book.
Number 9, What About Love? There are some upcoming films that we don't even know all that much about, but are still excited for. One example is What About Love, written and directed by Klaus Menzel, which tells the story of two young people whose love story inspires their parents to let themselves consider love for themselves again.
What's your new book about?
A detective. He falls for the wrong woman.
Starring Sharon Stone as well as Andy Garcia, there's some star power behind this story. And relative newcomers Mariel Jaffe and Miguel Angel Munoz play the young lovers, which will inevitably inject some fresh energy into the film.
Jenny Randall and Marnie Cooper were murdered last night.
Number 8, After We Collided. The 2019 romance film After may not have been a critical success, but it did garner itself a solid fan base. Based on a novel of the same name, which was in turn based on a work of Harry Styles fan fiction, the story is about college student Tessa who finds herself enamored with a bad boy Hardin. After We Collided will be the sequel to the story, also starring Josephine Langford and Hero Fiennes Tiffin in the starring roles. The film will also star Dylan Sprouse and Selma Blair.
Oh, I am so proud of you.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay, I love you, my baby.
If you haven't seen the first one, be sure to get on it before the second is released.
You once asked who I loved most in this world. It's you.
Number 7, Chemical Hearts. When the film rights for a book are purchased before the novel is even released, you know the story's gotta be good. Crystal Sutherland's debut novel, Our Chemical Hearts, was released in the fall of 2016, and we are finally getting the on-screen version in 2020. This young adult story is about two teenagers who fall in love in high school despite how different they are. Lily Reinhart of Riverdale fame is not only starring in the film, but will also serve as one of the producers, letting her stretch her legs from her typical acting roles. The movie will be streaming on Amazon when it's released.
And I'll have to face everything that has happened, everything that will happen, all these things that I don't have control over. They just terrify me.
Number 6, Happiest Season. We are always looking for more mainstream LGBTQ love stories, and we'll be getting a major one in 2020 with Happiest Season. The movie is about a woman, played by Kristen Stewart, who plans to propose to her girlfriend, played by Mackenzie Davis, but soon discovers that her partner hasn't actually told her conservative family she's gay. We haven't seen many Christmas movies with gay characters, so that makes this project extra unique. The projected release date is November 20th, 2020, just in time for the holiday season. Number 5, The Lovebirds. It's not your average romantic comedy when murder is involved, but that's the premise of The Lovebirds, which is set to be released in April of 2020. Kumail Nanjiani, who was nominated for an Oscar for his work on The Big Sick, and Issa Rae, whose HBO show Insecure has become a major critical success, will co-star in the film.
So, you ready to talk now? You ready to man up now? Ha! Wasn't expecting that, huh? That's good.
The story is about a couple who's on the verge of ending their relationship, but who gets sidetracked when they stumble upon a murder mystery. Their priorities quickly change, and they have to figure out both the whodunit and whether they can make it work as a couple.
Thank you so much.
The truth is out there.
Number 4, The Photograph. Speaking of Issa Rae, it seems like this TV star is about to have a big year on the big screen.
Not really, but kinda. So you're an idiot. Let's go. No, seriously, I'm starting to resent him.
That's because she's also starring in another romantic film called The Photograph. While we don't know much about the plot of this movie except for the fact that it's about, quote, intertwining love stories in the past and present, the cast alone is enough to make us go see it.
Awesome. You hungry? Hey, Tiger.
Issa Rae is co-starring with Lakeith Stanfield, who's known for his roles on Atlanta and in the modern horror flick Get Out. He does have some experience with the romance genre too, with a role in the 2019 Netflix movie Someone Great. Number 3, Ammonite. An LGBTQ period film starring Kate Winslet and Saoirse Ronan? Sign us up! Ammonite is set in 19th century England and tells the story of Mary Anning, played by Winslet, a fossil hunter who has never received the recognition she deserved for her work. She now sells unimportant fossils to tourists to make money. One day, she's entrusted with the care of a visitor's wife, played by Ronan, and while the two women don't initially get along, they eventually become close and discover a relationship that neither was expecting.
It was just announced that you were going to do a movie with Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
Ammonite? Is that how you?
Ammonite.
Ammonite.
Yes.
So about a paleontologist who ends up being the caretaker also to a wealthy woman in London.
With these two powerhouse actresses involved, we're guessing this is going to be one of the biggest movies of the year.
What I find so incredible about her is that like she's been in the game longer than anyone and she is the most normal out of everyone. So yeah, I can't wait to do it with her.
Number 2, To All the Boys, P.S. I Still Love You.
Wait, hold on. Stop. I am not the only guy that got a letter. Wow, you really think that you're special and then you find out that she wrote love letters to 2 guys.
Just in time for Valentine's Day, we're getting a sequel to All the Boys I've Loved Before. And we could not be more excited.
One more thing. I get to tell the fans about our little secret.
Okay. Go for it.
I am so excited. It is officially official. We are making the To All the Boys sequel.
Bring on the sequel! We are so excited.
The first movie was a charming surprise released to Netflix in 2018, fulfilling all of our teen rom-com fantasies with compelling characters, an awesome soundtrack, and a plot that kept us on the edge of our seats. Even though Lara Jean and Peter Kavinsky got a happy ending at the end of the first installment, we still can't wait to see what they're in for next.
Lara Jean, it's for you!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, West Side Story. While there are people excited to see all of the movies on our list today, there is no question that the most hotly anticipated romance film of the year is this modern adaptation of the classic musical West Side Story. Directed by cinematic powerhouse Steven Spielberg, and starring Ansel Elgort and Rachel Zegler as Tony and Maria respectively, this film is sure to bring in audiences when it's released in December of 2020. The movie will be a period piece set in the 50s just like the original, and is expected to closely follow the story told in the Broadway production.
I trust that Steven will do it right.
Yes, me too. I'm looking forward to it.
Mr. Spielberg,
Yes.
I'm ready for my close-up.
Yes.
You know what? When I first heard about the West Side Story remake, I was like, oh boy. But then I saw it with Steven Spielberg and I was like, okay, maybe. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments or come talk to me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton. Be sure to like and subscribe and please watch this other video.